Jupiter at Night, presented live on the internet, before an audience that's so amazing.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Jupiter at Night. My name is Chris.
I'm Alan.
I'm Jeremy.
All right, so tonight's episode, it's our collective survival guide to surviving a convention.
Actually, the reason that we chose this topic is because we've been spending so much time prepping for PAX.
Yep.
Starting tomorrow!
Yep.
I figured we just do a brain dump into the show.
It's Jupiter Broadcasting attacks PAX, right? We're gonna attack PAX
With our sacks.
actually with our cameras.
Whacks.
Right.
And our cameras, and so if you're going to be in the area...
With snacks.
We'll probably be tweeting what we're doing, so follow me on twitter.com/ChrisLAS.
And I'm twitter.com/JBJeremy.
And so if you want to catch up with us at PAX, that's how you do that. But tonight, we're going to cover all of the stuff that we've kind of been going through. Now, guys, I'm going to tell you, mine has kind of a comfort focus.
Oh no.
Whoa!
Before we go on, I just want to say, fist bump, gentlemen, collective fist bump. Laszlo was on the show from Rockstar Games on Lotso.
It was awesome.
The
Lotso that
Rockstar
came
himself.
out today, so go over to jupiterbroadcasting.com and watch episode 15. Laszlo from Rockstar and also Carlos Antonio joined us, and he did the motion capture work for 8 of the characters.
And a lot of the voice work as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so for Red Dead
Cool
Redemption.
dudes.
Both cool guys.
For Red Dead Redemption. So if you like that game and if you thought specifically how amazing the motion capture was, we talked to those guys about that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So could you guys mind if I start with some of my comfort stuff?
No, do it.
Shifting back
comfortable, Chris.
to my comfort wear. Now, what I like to do, you guys, I think it's really important when you're at a convention. First of all, you want to go to have fun, even if you're working, right?
Yeah.
And this is like an IT trade convention or a gaming convention. Like
If you're going to E3, if you're going to a Star Trek convention, or if you're going to a doctor meetup or whatever you want.
So I actually approach this comfort thing from I start with my clothing. I try to think to myself.
Well, that's where it all begins.
Right. That's where it all. I should apologize because I'm live switching our background instead of my camera. So what I have done, first of all, my first tip that I'll give you is if you have a problem with crowds, you might find it helpful to wear a hat. You see what I'm saying?
See,
it seems to give you
I
like
go
a
for
personal
the
space
hoodie
bubble.
approach and just put on the hood.
The hoodie works too. No,
Really?
the
And then I
hoodie's
just
the same
kind
thing.
of
You guys feel that's
slink away.
a personal space?
I don't know.
helper?
It's like giving me a bubble.
It's
I
a
think.
comfort.
Yeah.
It's my comfort blanket.
It's a
I come built in
Definitely.
with my own bubble
Yeah.
just because I'm larger.
I call it my safety perimeter. It's also just nice because if it rains or something like that, I don't know. So a hat's one comfort tip that I'll give you.
Again, hoodie.
But my main comfort tip, that was really just kind of a bonus. My main one is comfortable clothing, but clothing that allows me to go hands-free. And so I actually really like these 511 tactical pants. They've got like all of these crazy pockets, like hidden zip-up pockets and all
Those are the
kinds
ones
of
with
stuff.
the pockets in the seam on the
so
side.
so I can have like cell phone, camera, huge pocket, and for my wallet. So my hands stay free, which is really nice.
They're like the evolution of beyond cargo pants, if I understand correctly.
Yeah, they're like
They
super
look a
crazy
little more
cargo pants.
stylish.
And then I pair that with a tactical shirt.
Whoa, he brought
See,
props.
I like shorts myself.
No, I agree, and I'm not gonna actually wear those pants. I'm going shorts.
Yeah, me too.
But I'm just throwing that out there.
Actually,
Because in a
compromise, I'm
convention,
wearing-
you don't want
You don't
long
wanna get all
pants.
hot.
I'm going to be wearing cargo shorts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm wearing.
that's what I'm gonna do too. But I have worn those pants in the wintertime, and they are great. Now this shirt that I'm showing
Now,
here.
see, that shirt seems lightweight and very comfortable.
Check out what's great about this shirt. First of all, it's an interesting waterproof-like material. Go ahead and feel that. It's not like a regular, right? But here's what I dig about this shirt. First of all, it's got buttons, so you can fold up and button it up. So if you want to go short sleeve, it essentially converts to a short sleeve.
Oh, you don't have to deal with folds like I
Right.
do?
But the other
That's
thing it has
nice.
is on the back, and I don't know how well this will show up on camera, but it's vented. It actually has a back vent built into it,
Oh, and then, okay, cool.
almost like exercise clothing would for like a biker, and so that just kind of keeps some nice airflow on your back, nice and
For
comfortable.
when you're really going through the convention
Hey,
with
you know,
purpose.
one of the things
But it
that
also
I've
has
been
great
mentioning
pockets.
is going to a convention, if your usual like sedentary lifestyle, you're going to sweat. You're going to get a workout, so you're going to need plenty of water. Go on with your comfort stuff, Chris, but I'll be getting to more
Okay.
of that in a little bit.
I mean, that's kind of my main ones for the clothing is also another focus with that shirt is pockets, lots of pockets. So I can cards and tickets and
Stickers,
hats.
Backpack,
swags.
and I'm bringing extra socks just in case. Because if you hit a puddle or someone
Yeah.
spills something on your socks, that's gonna suck.
Yeah.
And
You don't wanna walk around
You
with
don't want to walk
squishy
around like that. So if you have an extra pair of socks, I figure you're safe.
Word. All right, Jeremy, what you got?
Well,
I'll
let's
circle
see.
back to some of my gadgets in a bit.
Okay. Well, on the subject of comfort, I'd like to say wear good shoes.
I wear Pumas.
I think that
I like 'em.
over the course of these 3 days, we'll probably walk several miles. I mean, maybe as much as 3 or 4 a day for the next 3 days. You walk a lot, and you don't realize it because you're going in circles most of the time. But
That's absolutely true. If
You
you
know,
were like a pedometer, you'd be like a billion steps.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So make sure you're wearing comfy shoes. I actually went out today and bought new ones.
Oh,
With nice,
that's not going to be comfy. They haven't been broken in. That's a.
He thought ahead.
I also bought insoles. So if
the-
the
like the
insoles
gel
don't work
stuff?
out in the new shoes, I'll just take the insoles and put them in my old shoes, and hopefully that will work out.
And those things are like walking on a cloud, dude. Like walking on a cloud. All right.
I don't have a preferred brand to share with you or
now,
anything, but
Alan or
know your
Jeremy-
feet, because I know that I need arch support. So I know that's what I needed to buy.
All right, that makes sense. Now, do either of you gentlemen have anything to cover before I go into a gadget?
Not at the moment.
All right.
Go ahead with your
All right.
bad self.
Now, the first gadget I want to recommend, especially these days, like if you are using Twitter or like all these conventions now have an interactive app guide. Did you guys all get?
Yep.
You guys?
Oh
all
yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's another good tip to
Check
share
it.
right now.
Usually conventions will have an app.
Yeah.
It makes it really nice for figuring out the schedules of
And
everything
maps.
that's going on and just knowing what's going on.
Especially if you could find one that's got an offline guide, so you can just download it once and you don't have to keep, because wireless activity and
Oh.
3G is always spotty.
You
at a
almost want to just
convention.
guarantee you're not going to have cell reception
Right.
in there because it's just going to be so jammed up.
Right. So
Or
get
the
one that's
Wi-Fi.
got an offline guide so you can check it out regardless of your connection status.
Now, one of the problems because of the crazy wireless signals in conventions and also using this not just for contacting people but also as my active guide is you blow through the battery. So I'm actually going to recommend an extended battery. And I know not everybody's a big fan of these things. You can see up here instant order update for myself. I just bought this. I actually got it today. I'm charging it right now.
All right.
The reviews are fantastic. This is obviously for the Evo, but this is supposed to really increase the battery life pretty significantly according to the reviews. And I'm
Well,
really
it's
worried
twice
about
as
drain.
big, but
Yeah.
you're saying that the reviews say it might last as much as 4 times as long.
That's what one reviewer was saying. Yeah.
nice.
Anyway, getting that little extra juice, and also you'll be packing a battery backup. I think I have an extra battery for you too. I'm going to try to dig up.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now, the other cool thing...
I plan on bringing the chargers, and I'm always very good at finding.
Yeah, absolutely.
outlets.
Always bring
The thing
a
is
charging option.
You'll reach into your pocket and you'll find your cell phone's like hot because it's just been sitting there freaking out with all the different signals. Mm-hmm. It's like so your battery life can just be all over the place.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, the other cool thing
Nice.
about buying yourself a backup battery is obviously you will keep the original battery.
Yep. So you
As a
have
backup.
the battery. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to take my original battery with me and have that in my pocket.
So not only are you extending it by buying an extended, but you've also... Yeah, it's like...
I'm also expecting to do hopefully some quick live streaming from PAX, and then that'll also drain through the battery.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Maybe I'll use I could always just keep one battery for the live streaming. It's like it's like a tape almost. All right, so that's really my main gadget, I would say. Obviously, for other gadgets, because of the nature of what we're doing, I'm going to bring cameras and
Yep.
mics and all that kind of stuff.
Those
Yeah,
little
we're bringing. Everyone's
flip
gonna have a
cameras.
camera. It's pretty crazy.
Those little flip cameras that they've started cranking out recently, like the Kodak ZI-8.
Yeah, and
It's just... This is the epitome
I think the
of
ZI-8 is
great
a lot
cameras.
nicer than the flip cam. First of all, the ZI-8 shoots in 1080p, and
I
like
just
the
mean
format
generally
better.
that form factor, that
Yeah.
type of camera. These
Yeah.
are just awesome for... You can slip it in your pocket and then just whip it out and start recording whenever you whenever you find something
so we're
worth
basically
looking at.
we're gonna have 4 of those, and then we'll have one nice Canon high def camera too.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll have everyone's gonna have a camera on them, and really like this ZI-8 here. See, what is it? Amazon says it's $116 on Amazon
Mm-hmm.
for a 1080p camera that is not. It's pretty good with an external mic jack. This is a great way if you just want to maybe shoot some footage to store. Also, a lot of cell phone cameras now do 720p too.
Yeah, but the only thing is, don't use these if you want to do a lot of motion. It gets really
Right.
choppy when you do anything with.
Like a lot of panning.
It just doesn't have the
you gotta
shutter
hold it
rate
still.
for it.
Yeah, especially at conventions when it's dark.
Yeah, low lighting.
Once you get shaky with it, it kind of gets a little iffy. But
In fact, let me sidebar even more here. If you're intending to actually capture footage that you want to share with anybody in any professional capacity, you also probably want to invest in a separate microphone,
Yeah.
a separate
Oh, yeah,
sound
definitely.
And
solution.
That's we've done that. And it worked out pretty well for us. We've used that ZI-8 for quite a bit of footage. Now, kind of shifting away from gadgets, going to health. The last time I went to PAX last year, so this marks my 1-year anniversary, I got swine flu.
Dun, dun, dun.
Nice.
So I had swine. I got swine flu at PAX, and that was awful.
You guys heard the stories about there were like 3 dozen cases of swine flu at PAX last year, and Chris was one of the lucky few. But that also means that this year at PAX, I don't know if you guys have heard this, they have like hand sanitizers on every corner.
Awesome.
But I also
And-
recommend bring your own.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I actually went out today and picked us up a bunch of little bottles we can pass around among us.
Oh, I already have them.
All right.
But I'll take the extra one,
Yeah.
definitely. And like Justin over in Lotso, he's been drinking smoothies. We kind of been out shooting
Getting-
some basketball, trying to
getting the
get a
vitamins in the
little
system going.
healthier.
Yeah.
Just to kind of boost up the immune system the most we can.
One of the big ideas I had recently was like I was supposed to start it like a week ago, going for a walk every day to kind of work myself into it. I failed on that.
Oh.
But it's a good idea.
You thought about it.
I still recommend
Maybe
it.
it'll help a little bit.
Now,
Just the thought.
Before Jeremy wants to throw out one kind of regret I think he has, but before we get to that, you said, "Hey, I'm also going to go old school." I mean, it was just funny, dude, because we've been talking
Fanny
about
pack?
No, although I almost wish I could get myself to go fanny pack. I almost do.
like a neon
That's why I'm
green.
doing
Then you
fanny
need the
pack
visor
outfits.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Jeremy, you were talking. We've been talking about Evernote, transcribing all this stuff, and you're like, "No, I'm going to bring a pen and paper."
Yeah, well, I've got a little, they call them Moleskines. They're these little leather-bound notebooks. That
All right.
They fit great in your back pocket. It's got a wrap thing to keep it shut and everything. And then I've got a Sharpie with a little keychain thing that I'm going to wear around my neck.
I can definitely dig
Sharpies
right in
bleed
it, but-
through paper, and it makes it hard
It's
to read
good,
sometimes.
thick parchment paper in this thing, so I'm not sure it'll bleed through that much.
All right, just have a backup pen, dude. That's
Here-
all I'm saying.
I do.
Well, I'm just going to use Evernote. I'm just going to do it. If I want something, I'll either record it in Evernote like an interview, or I'll just like shorthand it.
I wanted to, but I'm worried that the voice notes, if I'm on the floor,
Oh yeah.
will get too room noisy.
So now this won't be a problem for you because you really haven't had a touchscreen for very long. But if you've had one for a few months, you can get pretty fast at the typing too.
Yeah, I'm not yet.
Yeah.
So maybe if I would have
Well,
had
with
a few
the
more
Android,
months.
you have the keyboard anyways, and I've gotten decent.
On your Droid, yeah.
Although going back from Alaska, my thumbs are just, they're still not to where they used
Really?
to
Still
be.
covered in fish.
I guess. Still rugged.
Now, the chat room also wanted to give a specific warning to you, Alan. I don't know if you caught this from the chat room, but they really wanted you to know that you got to also watch out for what they call them, Jeremy.
What?
Was it convention skanks or something like that?
Yeah. So make sure that you make the right
There's
decision when approached
convention
by them.
skanks?
Oh, there's definitely convention skanks.
Dude,
Really?
remember the convention is surrounded
And
by
they like
hotels.
video games?
So
no, they just like
why
named the-
were you trolling Craigslist the other day, and what did you find?
You were trolling
Me?
Craigslist?
Yeah, go ahead. Share it with the people.
I was
People.
pointed to this by a Twitterer. Okay, I wasn't trolling Craigslist. I do that sometimes, but not this time. There is a PAX orgy going on at one of the local hotels right near PAX, branded as the PAX orgy, and they had to update their post saying no longer accepting single male applicants.
Oh boy.
Dude.
So you're out of luck unless you find yourself a partner.
No, well, I just figure, we might have some battery life left on our cameras.
Oh, maybe we can get it in as press.
No.
Yeah, we got our press badges.
Boys, I don't like where you're going. Although the chat room is trying to get us to go. They're trying to get
Well,
us to
your wife says, "Sweet, I can still get in."
go. Oh, nice. Wait.
All that scares me.
All right. Now, one last tip before we go is if you can afford it, get a hotel room.
Yeah, even though we're only like a half hour away from PAX,
Or an hour away.
Oh, an hour away.
Well,
And
an
the
hour.
drive back and forth is going to suck. Because
well,
it's-
I meant like
especially
if you were
tomorrow.
flying.
And there's going to be traffic. So
I was
we're-
assuming that we would learn to fly by then.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you're right.
So get a hotel if you can afford it.
Yeah.
We didn't. We cheaped out.
I didn't even think about it.
I guess we could all maybe chipped in on one. And
I'm not sleeping with you guys.
Well,
Go to hell.
no, you wouldn't be able to sleep
But
in there.
think
I'd
about
sleep
it. I
in the
mean,
room.
there are after hour parties that are easier to attend if you have
yeah.
a hotel room right there. There's a concert on Saturday that's not going to get out till 2 a.m. Then
Yeah.
I'm going to have to drive
All
home
right.
after that.
That's all pack specific. I just one quick warning. Brace yourselves, Jupiter Nite audience. Sit down and prepare for this. Monday night, Jupiter Nite will not have a regular release.
Dun dun dun.
Labor Day. We'll probably be actually out here doing something live at 9 p.m. if you want to tune in at the regular time because
Probably digging through our footage.
yeah, we'll probably be digging through and converting PAX footage and doing mad editing, last minute mad recording and editing of Stoked and everything that we'll be doing. So if you want to watch the mayhem, you're more than welcome to tune in on Monday. But we won't be releasing a standard episode. Whatever we shoot live isn't going to be recorded. It's just going to be live. So,
Sorry.
yeah. All right. Well, hopefully everyone survives PAX.
Good luck.
And if we do, we'll see you back here Tuesday night. If you want to watch live, we always welcome that over at jupiterbroadcasting.com/live. And that's 9 p.m. Pacific. So why not tune in, join the chat room, and maybe you can get featured on the back of our wall here with the other chatter.
It's so awesome.
Okay, everyone. Well, have a great weekend, and thanks so much for watching this episode of Jupiter Nite, and we'll see you next Tuesday.